Welcome to Around the Rinks, your go-to hockey podcast.
We are back, another episode Around the Rinks. I'm Noah, joined by Brendan and Kylee. Game 1 is in the books, 3-0 to the Panthers. How do you guys feel about this as two Edmonton fans? You kind of worried, or just it's in the books
No,
now?
obviously you would like to go another way, but yeah, like Kylee said, no, not terribly worried. It's just one game. There's lots of hockey to be played.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want us to win one on the road and I'm good. Just like in Dallas, right? We came home with one win on the road and it took off from there.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think that's always the game plan. Always try to steal one on the road is kind of best way to go about it, I guess. But Oilers played great. They had a great game despite not scoring a goal and losing 3-0. But I think the big story there is Sergei Bobrovsky. He's back on the
Imagine
case.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah, like he's so good that game. And I said it before, he makes the key saves. And Edmonton had I want to say 3 or 4 breakaways. I say extremely. I
Yep.
think 2 in that first period alone. It's just, and he made stellar
Running
saves. on
turnovers
goal.
in the slots and like just grade A after grade A, but
Yeah,
couldn't get it past.
yeah, he makes those big time saves, and I guess that's why he makes the big bucks, right?
Yeah. If you ever question that contract,
Nope.
well, I mean,
No,
this is
yeah,
the proof right
I
here.
think he deserves it now,
Yep.
and he's doing it.
I think
at 34
it's,
as well, right?
Yeah.
Like for his age,
it's always the Russians.
It's always the Russian netminders. They're great.
Durkin, Bobrovsky. I think my dad was like, we need a Russian goalie.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
just like,
Koskinen.
we do.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
God.
tried that.
I guess one Russian didn't work out for us.
Mm-hmm. I think another one is the special teams. Both power or penalty kills were pretty great, honestly. Extremely on the Panthers side. Bob, of course, made huge time saves, but a lot of shot blocking and great clears on the Panthers side. And as their power play didn't look as dangerous as Edmonton's, I want to say, but it did enough, I guess.
Yeah,
kinda
Edmonton's
to be expected.
kills it's still baffling to me.
Mm.
I mean, they went 14 for 14 in the last series, but I'm still just so used to the Oilers being a 70%
Yeah.
PK team, and
It's insane.
like the fact they went 14 for 14 against Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, like they're running at what 93%, something like that. It's incredible. They have forever and ever in my memory just
Yeah.
70% fighting to get to a mid 70 percentage penalty kill, and the power play is always what lifted them up. And obviously, the power play is still lethal,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't give up any shorties these days. It's
True.
insane.
I know the PK on both sides. They're just brilliant hockey teams, and now Edmonton's probably known now for their PK, which is again so
Mhm.
weird to say. Kylie, you were about to say something. Sorry.
I was gonna say if Bobrovsky wasn't playing the way that he was that game, the game could have been
Oh,
completely
totally.
turned around with the shots that we were making. It was crazy. I think we doubled them in shots, something like that.
32,
And, like-
32 to 18.
Yeah. Right out the gate, there was a shot too that hit Bobrovsky right on the face. Also, there was just so many good chances, and it really because it was just like I couldn't even really be like super mad. I was like, "That's good goaltending."
Yeah, and this is one thing they kept bringing up in this game is Bobrovsky's 5-hole, and how it hasn't
Mhm.
let in a goal this entire playoff run, which is incredible. Like
That's crazy.
Bobrovsky is so good down low, and it's just one that's something the Oilers have to take in part and just work against that. Like you have to know
Yep.
who you're going against, and for I think it was Henrique and Nugent Hopkins, both breakaway chances. They both went low, and Bob's gonna save those
Didn't
every
work.
time.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Oh.
remember I was talking with somebody during the game, and they were like, "Can we just like go top shelf because down low is not working for
Yeah.
us?" And then we get scored on, and it was top shelf, and I'm just
Mhm.
like, "Are you kidding me? We need to start lifting the puck."
Yeah,
Well, a couple of chances there, like we talked about Nuge early, and that one with Hyman. Oh, does that hurt?
Mhm.
Had him down and out, and just pushed it right over top. But
And Drat with an empty net.
There's so many.
yeah, but that's just the way it goes.
I think we should break down both of these goals because there's one key outlier there, and that is, I hate to say it, but it's Darnell Nurse.
Yep.
I feel bad. I honestly just feel so bad for him, but I think
And CC.
and see, I'll get see.
But CC less than Nurse,
Yeah,
I think.
extremely for the
You know?
two goals, definitely, because CC had
Yeah.
his guy pinned against the boards in the second goal, and then for the first goal he had to
And-
cover
yeah.
Nurse's guy.
Yeah.
And we have more expectation out of Nurse, you know? So when
Mhm.
he's letting us down like that, we're going to obviously turn more and put the magnifying glass on him than CC.
I'm curious what the lineup's gonna look like for game 2 because they tried. I think they tried something else out during the game, but the Nurse and CC pairing isn't working out here. Like
No.
you said, like
While
Vinny
we're on defense, Broberg
Broberg.
played a great game.
Yeah, you got to keep him in.
Yeah. 100%.
So I don't want him getting taken out.
And is it a guy like you can't put out Nurse, right?
No,
I
I
think
think if
it's
anything, you're
easy for
flipping.
Vinny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly.
probably.
And as scary as that is, because
And another
Kulak said he
team,
didn't like
Yeah.
playing that
Mm-hmm.
right side. And I mean, there was one there, right? And I can't remember exactly what time of the game it was, but Broberg got a rim around the boards in the offensive zone, playing his offside.
And
Took it on his backhand and kicked out of the zone, right? It killed him all the momentum. And if you just have your typical, traditional right guy on the right side, left-handed play on the left side, that wouldn't have happened. But that's not always a luxury in these situations.
hmm
Yeah. So, are we bringing CC out? What do you think he actually does? Because
I think he has great
know.
like locker room vibe. I feel like he has to because everybody wanted CC gone when we were trading, and
Sure.
the team said keep him. So
Mhm.
there's obviously something there, but I think we can sit him for a little bit. Not trade him. We'll
Yeah.
just sit him, especially because like this is the cup.
yeah,
You don't need like if someone's messing up, you can't just be like, "Oh, coach, but we like him, keep him in."
Mhm.
No. Bring Vinny back. We obviously like we brought Vinny in for a reason. Same with Ekholm. They're big, they have grit, and we need it against Florida.
definitely. I mean, the shots or the hits, sorry, insane.
Mhm.
57 to 32 for Florida, which almost doubled the hits against Edmonton. Like that forecheck is lethal.
Mhm.
32 is a high number.
32 is already a high number of hits.
Yeah.
But
So we were still playing gritty. They were just doing it even more.
yeah,
Yeah, relentless. Every zone, they're ready to throw hits. Right? There was another one. Again, it was in the first period. I can't remember who it was. Lost their stick. No regard to go pick it up. Right? Just threw a check immediately and then changed. Right? Is the mentality of that entire team,
Yeah.
and it's frustrating as an Oilers fan, but as a hockey fan, you applaud that. It's so much fun to watch.
yeah, they're probably the most fun team to watch in the league. Like every
Yeah.
time Florida's out there and just run and gun hits everything in sight, it's so entertaining, right?
Yeah.
See who is the guy who like started out like who's this? They did a pre-show ceremony or thing, and they had like some rapper come out. What is going on? I had no idea who it was. It was the pre-show, but I know DJ Khaled is doing it for
Oh yes,
game 2.
yeah. And whoever that, I looked at Lauren, my girlfriend, and said, "This guy sucks."
Yeah.
Like
I
what?
was like, okay,
This is the talent they pulled? Are you serious?
I saw I think Nickelback's got to be it for Edmonton. If they're doing it in
Has to
Edmonton,
be.
that would be elite. I would love that
Or like
so
some
much.
Tate McRae.
Oh,
Even
no.
though I know she's like a Calgary fan, I feel like Tate McRae could be
The
good
return
too.
to Tate McRae.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the podcast loves her. All-Star game.
But those goals, we kind of skipped over those goals.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Did you see on that first one at least
On
to start with?
the first one, yeah, we can do a goal breakdown. So it's pretty much. I think Edmonton was going on the forecheck,
Yeah.
but nothing really happened there, and it was Barkov who strips it off McDavid. I'm pretty sure. And-
No, I don't think he stripped it from him.
No,
Because
or no.
it came from down low. McDavid
Yes,
just
you're
kind of
right,
did
you're
like a
I think it went through
long
McDavid.
button
Yeah.
hook. Yeah.
Was that the one where McDavid looked like he like paused and then didn't really like catch up fast enough?
I
Kinda.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's just then it's just Barkov.
I don't
and
hate
he's
it
so
though,
fast
right?
and-
Like it's. I mean,
No,
it happens 100
yeah.
times a game, right? It's magnified again because they
that,
scored, but
that's not the problem though.
No.
'Cause once Barkov
My
enters the
problem-
zone, it's the pinch. It is the pinch
Yes.
right up at the blue line, and it's a 3-on-2.
in real time, I was mad at our F1 getting back. I think it was Hyman
Hyman, yeah, I agree.
not catching up. Like I wanted him pushing further
Kind of
back,
gliding a little.
kind of gliding a little bit, kind of a bad look. But
Mhm.
then when you watch it and they break it down a little bit, slow it down for you, we get to watch it a couple more times. Why are you taking yourself out of the middle of the ice if you're Nurse?
I have no clue. It's a 3-on-2, and you go to take out a guy, and of course he's gonna pass it to the open guy, and then
Makes
then
sense. And now
CC has to go to the open guy, leaving the next guy
The
open.
back door.
Yeah, leaving the back door right
like,
open.
You know what's worse than a 3-on-2 coming into your zone is a 2-on-1 right in the slot. What? Why would you make that a thing?
Yeah.
Right? Like, just play him to the wall and stay in between the dots. I don't know how many times I've heard that as a junior B, kind of scrub, right?
Mhm.
Like follow through the middle of the ice. Don't push yourself out to the dots, right? Like
Mhm.
stay in that lane.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, here he is. Here he is.
And then that's a goal you can't blame on Skinner either. And it was the first
No,
shot of the game.
I mean, you'd like him to have it, obviously.
It's a backdoor
but-
type of thing.
And that's, I've talked to a couple goalies, and I mean, you're the resident goalie, so you can tell me if I'm wrong here. But they say that's the easiest
honestly
play
okay.
ever. Because either you get it or you don't,
It's
right? You
weird.
know where you're going. Are you going to beat the puck there or not, right? Like, that time you didn't. Well, what up, sir?
It's a weird
Hello,
one
hello.
because usually goalies spread out like down low. He didn't do that.
Mhm.
He stayed in his position and probably expecting the shot to be higher than what it was. And I think
Yeah.
it just went pretty much where the blocker area was, but what's whatever. It was a
I mean,
fast
again,
play.
right? And a 2-1 right in front of the
Exactly.
net. Like,
And first shot of the game. Oh god. Liam, it's been terrible.
Have we started yet?
Yeah,
or
we're
is
started,
this
we're
just-
started.
Oh, we're
right
in
in
the
the middle of it.
Okay, good to know.
My internet keeps cutting out, so this is going to be something.
Okay, works for me.
Yeah. So Liam, what
Yeah.
did you see that first game?
Bobrovsky.
Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody get Jay and Dan on the phone because we just need them on
Mhm.
repeat.
Mhm.
Bobrovsky. No, but
Bobrovsky.
it was. I think both teams, if they put their hand up and they're honest, I think the better team lost
mhm.
Yep.
one. I mean, shots on net are what they are, but just the actual press and the kind of like the control Edmonton played in game one, I was like, they played a very good game of hockey. Good 60 minutes. You just didn't win. And okay, yes, Bobrovsky made big saves, important saves when he needed to step up. I don't think Stuart Skinner played bad. I mean, I don't think the 2 goals that he let in were his fault necessarily. I mean, you know my feelings on big old Darnell Nurse and Cody Ceci back there, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was the better team lost, and that's playoff hockey. That's playoff sports in any sport, right?
It's tough because I
happens.
think that was probably the worst hockey Florida has played this whole playoff.
That's
Maybe
why-
you could
that's
say
why I'm kind of worried.
game one in Boston as well. Who?
I'm kind of worried. If you lose when they play bad,
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you guys, it's not looking rosy.
Mm. But
Yeah, Skinner needs to lock in. It needs to happen before like a game 3, like
Mhm.
these past couple series. There needs to be good line changes, like bye CC, bring in Desharnais, and we need to really lock it in. And Knobloch will do his job. I think we're going to see some changes for next game. We need to bring a win home on the road, 100%. Or that's when I'm going to start getting scared.
Mhm.
But the energy in Florida, like, oh my God, is it hard to win in that arena? I think that one is probably top 5 for hardest arenas to win in, especially when they put you all in a line before the game and say your names and you get booed down the line collectively. I think that's a little bit crazy to me. Introduce your
welcome to
own
the
team.
Cup.
You know what's
That wasn't
weird?
Florida, that was the NHL.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen this, but the Stanley Cup
No,
was
that was-
presented.
That was weird.
That was weird, right? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's never
Yeah.
been done before. At least like in the game one.
Also, like Edmonton was facing the neutral zone, so they saw it, right? Like that gives you jitters, but everybody's facing the flag, right? So Florida's now looking at their own defensive zone. They don't like they have to shoulder check to see the cup.
Yeah.
Like what?
And
I know that's not the point, right?
yeah.
It's for the fans and it's for the viewers and
all for
whatnot. But like,
TV.
it's all for TV.
what's going on?
It's the whole ensemble of the TV presentation, right? I mean, yeah, it was. I thought it was actually a good kind of presentation. It looked very official. I mean, as it should be. It's game one of your finals, but I thought it looked fairly decent. It was very late though. I was like, guys, come on, let's.
Yeah,
Oh,
6
6
o'clock
o'clock.
or
Let's drop at
6:30.
6:30.
Come on, but it was good though.
It gave me vibes of that COVID season where they had it sitting up in Edmonton, like in the press box kind of area, the whole playoff.
Yeah, I guess
just hanging out by itself.
I got chills though, like watching the little like pre-video they have, and you see Stanley Cup and big letters come up on your TV, and you're watching it, and your team is playing in it. I got chills.
Even
I mean, I've never seen that before in my life. I was 4, so
the social media, like Edmonton released this insane video. It gave me chills when I watched it. Like,
I cried a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I hate to admit it on here.
Yeah,
like I was
like, whew.
It was a very good video.
That was a great video.
It puts the human connection to it because yes, it's okay. Draisaitl, McDavid. It's the name you're looking at, but no, that's a person that has a family and a backstory and a whole journey of how they got to game one of those cup finals. So it was a very good video the Oilers put out.
I love how much they focused on Gagne too.
Yeah.
yes, I saw that.
The best Oiler.
Yeah.
And Nuge too. Nuge deserves it.
Sure.
So you talked about Vinny Desharnais coming in for maybe Cody Ceci or something. Is there any other changes that you think Knobloch will make for game 2?
It's weird because I don't think you should make any changes.
No.
I
seriously
think it should
don't.
be a defensive change.
If anything,
not
But they didn't play bad defensively
That's
though.
it, right?
They gave him a couple chances I thought were big opportunities, but I mean you're going to. It's against a good team.
60-minute hockey game too,
I don't
right?
think
like if you play
yeah.
60 minutes perfect every time, what world are we living in?
The only thing I would bring Desharnais in for is a little bit of physicality, like a bit of a big body to kind of
Exactly.
do something, but he's not necessarily a dirty player like that. He's a 6'7" frame. He could do something, but he's not I'm gonna run somebody over in the corner. He's not that kind of player. He's too nice.
I think
That's what Corey Perry's there for.
I think the only player you can bring out is Broberg, and he's been great. So
I chose Broberg to be the first scorer in the game yesterday. I don't know why. I was feeling it.
I think I saw that.
I was feeling it. I was watching the game with a friend, and he called Verhaeghe as the first goal scorer, and then he said it was gonna be Nuge to be first Oiler goal scorer, and then 2 seconds later Nuge had the breakaway chance. I was like, oh my god, we got both of them. No, Nuge fucked it. I was like, my god, how many breakaways did Edmonton have in that game? 3,
That's
4?
what we're saying.
Yeah.
And then
Bury
Bob,
one, put it high.
Put it high.
My
So everyone's
God.
saying Bobrovsky's 5-hole. It's unstoppable.
Yeah, anything low is unsolvable.
True.
It seems.
Yeah.
At what point do we give Corey Perry under the table $15 million to just run over Bob?
Right now.
Right now.
Like, I'm
Right
sorry,
now.
sir. I don't want to be that guy.
He had a
but,
tough game.
Just run him over.
Corey Perry looked invisible and not in a good way.
Exactly. So we're gonna sacrifice him. He's gonna get a lifetime ban from the NHL. We'll pay your wages. Don't worry. We'll give you a little money, the offshore bank account, and you're running him over. And if your skate comes off and it happens to land on the back of his head, I'm so sorry. Like things happen,
I mean, they were physical with Bobrovsky that game.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, he got run over a couple times, and I was like, oh my god. And Florida wasn't really putting up a fight.
I don't know.
Either.
Like
there was that one big brawl, and then after that, I was kind of like, but the play was going still, right? If the play ended, then I know there would have been a lot more physicality. But their eyes are on the pucks, as they should be.
Because then you're allowed to do whatever you want. You hit the goalie, you can punch him back. Free punch in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kachuk had McDavid in a headlock. I thought that was a fun little headlock
Stick
there.
up in his face was the one for me. Get it out of there. And then the ref's like, hey, stop it. Like, you know what he's doing, dude. Come on.
Speaking of Kachuk, he didn't seem like super scary as I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to come out with a bang
think he
in
had a
game
great
one,
game.
and I was just
Game
kind of
one.
like,
It's game
where
one.
is he?
Right? Because Edmonton played a great game of hockey.
I
Yeah.
know.
Offensively, they were good. They kept Florida to a minimal amount of shots. Offensively, they were good time of possession in the offensive end. They played a good game, and then they lost 3-0. Like it's one of those things. Just not your night. Pick it up and go again.
We talked.
Lisa McDavid's quote about the hockey gods said it was for getting them the Game 6 win. They got smoked like this. Like, you know,
Sure, that's
I think
hilarious.
that's a pretty fair trade-off. I mean,
works. Yeah.
if you come out in
in
game 2 and get 35 shots again against Bobrovsky,
winning.
one of them goes in. One of them goes
Yeah.
in. It's that simple. It's play the averages, play the odds. I'm a gambling man. You know, put your money on Edmonton scoring first goal in game 2 because if they're gonna come out flying again, they're gonna score. You know, put that on.
They just need to
Betting advice.
hit it high, not freaking low.
Oh, hey.
That was pissing me off.
Go 5-hole. If he's never let in a goal 5-hole, just keep shooting there. Eventually, one's gonna go in.
Then we could stop talking about it. We're breaking down the goals right now. So we broke down the first goal. Now we go to the second one, and this is the Rodriguez goal.
Yeah.
Where
Did anyone like the tweet that I put out? No one commented on it. It's just, I put Olivia Rodrigo has scored the second goal. I thought it was
wait,
funny as
really?
hell.
I did
thought
not
it
see
was
that.
So funny.
It's way more funny when you read it to me. Or
When you say it,
explain
yeah,
it.
that's hilarious.
I was sitting there, I was like, oh, Rodrigo, Olivia Rodrigo
Yeah.
scores the second goal.
I liked your Bobrovsky one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
The,
Bobrovsky guy, he's got a future in the NHL. Somebody keep an eye out for him.
genius. He's cooking the Twitter.
Follow the Twitter.
Yeah,
follow it. God.
Liam's kind of carrying it right now. But yeah, the second goal.
Kinda.
I mean, he is. He's the only one doing it. So.
It hurts.
CC.
I honestly don't hate
No, CC wasn't wrong
CC's.
here.
He did his job, right? Like the guy, you take the puck or the man.
Yep.
You hear that every time. He took the man. The puck squirts free. Nurse waving his stick in the air like a flag. Why are you're playing in the front of the net? One, why are you standing at the post? No one's there. You should maybe shoulder check and see
right
if someone's
behind it.
coming through the slot where they score from. Nope, we won't do that. We're just gonna wave around because I'm Darnell Nurse. I don't know what. I have no idea. I don't understand.
That's another mental
at all.
mistake.
Just not what you're ever taught ever, right? And if you're gonna stand there, break up the pass. No, didn't do that. Let's just let Rodriguez walk right through exactly where you want to shoot from as a forward. Parry it, bunk, right? No pressure, no nothing. It's honest. It's a shooter tutor at that point. No one's
Very much.
stopping that. I watched a breakdown of them saying, should have Stewart been in the reverse VH right now? Like, it doesn't matter how he was set up. You're not saving that puck.
Unless you're
And then
Bobrovsky.
again, unless you're Bobrovsky, then you probably save it somehow, some way, right? Arm behind your back, legs up in the air. It doesn't really matter. He's gonna get it.
He didn't save it, that one that he.
I know.
full
I wish he did.
windmill.
I
I was
really wish he did.
I was like, what am I watching right now?
But yeah, I don't know. Like
78 goaltending. He's just throwing himself around the rink. Like, it's a great time.
the only other thing is maybe some forward help, right? Like you have your eyes further back, right? You can see what's in front of you. I'm not excusing Nurse for not shoulder checking and seeing where the pressure's coming from, but that's the only other thing, right? Is, you know, maybe back pressure a little bit more, leave that D. It's a little less of a immediate threat, but overall, Nurse twice, and you hate to do it. I hate the flack he gets, but both of those were pretty glaring on his part.
Yeah, it was a
In
tough.
my
I agree.
humble opinion.
I totally agree with that. So, yeah, Nurse has been. That was a tough game one. Maybe, hopefully, he'll have a bounce back game too.
The thing is, though, when you haze him a little bit, he comes out,
Exactly.
and then he had 3 great games against Dallas. So it's like sometimes he needs to be called out, and then he comes out flying.
Sure.
So I hope he changes his mentality for game 2.
Damn.
Yeah, and again, magnifying glasses on because they scored, right? If Rodriguez puts it high, and we never talk about those mistakes that he made, right? There's probably 10 other mistakes made by everybody else that were worse, but just because they end up in the back of the net, right?
All about the result.
Yep, 100%.
Speaking on Twitter, I saw the greatest tweet of all time yesterday after Florida scored their third goal. The crowd in Florida was chanting USA, USA for their Russian goalie playing against a Canadian team, and it was a fantastic moment. I thought I loved it. But yeah, I was cheering on Bobrovsky with USA chants.
I know Bobrovsky loves it too.
Who doesn't?
He
The
was
little
yeah,
USA
he was
chant.
giving it to the crowd too. He's piping them up.
Just
He loves it. He's in the moment right now. And
I thought for sure a mistake was coming.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, eventually he's gonna let one in. He's gonna let something. I was like, oh, the goal that we score is gonna be a dumb,
I agree.
deflected off somebody's shoulder and in kind of thing. But no, it just didn't bounce their way.
I thought he was gonna.
How many went right through the crease? How many pucks were like, oh, there's Hyman for a tap in. He skies it to row 27. What did I just see? This man just scored 50 goals. Pardon? No. My God.
I know. I thought he was gonna bobble one up when he played the puck so much that game, and I thought he was gonna like pretty much how the first like 10 seconds went in that game, where he bobbled it and Hyman had all the time in the world and he shot it right off his mask.
Well, if that goal goes in,
it's a
10
different
seconds
game. I
into
think
game
it's a
one,
total
it's a
different
different game.
Yeah.
I completely agree. We were all saying that we went, if that goal goes in, Edmonton has the confidence going, okay, guys, nerves are settled, crowd is
quiet.
dead within 10
Yeah,
seconds.
that one.
You're playing a game of hockey, and then Florida's chasing you. And I don't think Florida would be able to chase them because Edmonton played such a good game. It was so weird watching because I left there going, we've played a fantastic game, and you lost by 3. It wasn't like it was a 1-0, a bad result. It was just 3 goals. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah, but they looked beatable, right? Like going into this, you're kind of worried that Florida's just going to run your show. And again, they didn't play a fantastic hockey game, but at least you can sleep tight at night knowing they're not, David Goliath situation, right? It is an evenly matched series, right? So little consolation prize if you can take anything out of a 3-0 loss.
You have to win game 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come home 2 down and go, okay, guys, let's put the pieces together. No, I'm sorry. You have to come home with a 1-game victory. It was you have to.
I was saying that we really need to win at home because if we don't, the fans won't be as loud because they're going to be scared. Like, we need to come home on a win. Or it starts getting real scary real quick and it looks not too good on our end.
Yeah, I agree. It's a must-win. It's a must-win game too.
Yeah, to pull from Noah Pomeroy though, you're not in trouble till you lose at home.
True.
Right? You can totally go back in game 5 and
that's my quote.
Yeah,
I
love it.
I did pull up Noah Pomeroy's Twitter yesterday to use his retweet on the salary cap extension or whatever the hell the words. I was like, oh, I've got the Elliot Friedman here. Don't worry, this guy, he knows his shit. Don't worry. I was passing it around because no one had the exact figures. I was like, no, this guy's got it. Don't worry.
Not a big deal. Quick, just punch it in the calculator. What the new number is and old number
Noah
is.
Pomeroy.
But yeah, salary cap's going up by 4.5 million. That's huge.
That's gonna help a lot of teams.
That is gonna help every team, honestly.
And free agents, they can actually get paid again.
Yep.
That'll be nice. Give it another couple of years.
Next year's supposed to be doubled that. So it's gonna be cap's going up.
Fired up.
Which it should have been there already, but of course COVID and whatnot kind of stopped.
I mean, if we're gonna start paying
stuff.
players more, we need to start giving ourselves the ability to pay them. Like, it's crazy to me that it didn't go on for so long.
Who's like the highest paid NHL player?
I mean,
it's on the spot there.
No, it's a weird one because, like, technically it's McKinnon now.
Did Matthews get more in his little deal or no?
That could be. Oh, I can check right now because
I mean, do a Google search.
Cap friendly still alive, so for now. But I guess we can talk about that.
I don't know his internet to shit itself. So.
Did anybody
for me, please? Yeah.
Either of you two see that, Kylee, Liam?
No.
The Washington Capitals, I imagine like the ownership group,
Mhm.
same people that own it, bought Cap Friendly, which is a fantastic website to look at any salary information you may need for all the NHL teams.
It is something I've used for
Okay.
years.
There you go. Sponsor
After
us then.
well, they're not sponsoring nobody right away.
We need sponsorship money to get Noah some internet,
True.
please donate to a hungry Noah Pomeroy.
There we
please.
go. And for the Connor Brown jersey.
According
Yeah.
to the internet, it is Austin Matthews on 13.25
Yeah.
as his salary player is our boy Darnell Nurse on 12 million. I'm just reading off. I don't know what any of these things seem, but I'm just reading off, And there
Yeah.
you go.
There it is.
Oh yeah, way to go, Nurse. But the Capitals ownership group plans to make Cap Friendly a paid private subscription website after free agency hits. And you make a lot of money, but for a bunch of billionaires, what could the positive be on taking away
There's nothing.
hockey fans' favorite website? Maybe not favorite, but one
No,
of.
honestly, it is probably just the
Like-
top website I use to get everything I need to have for free agency and draft, even that too.
Like the
It's-
So
PR
how
team
much-
in Washington is going to have a heyday trying to cover this one up.
So this is going
So
in
how much
effect-
would you two be? How much would you be willing to pay for
None.
subscription? 0. Okay, fair enough. There you go.
There's competitors that are close enough that
Okay.
work. Yeah. I mean, there's got to be someone willing to pay, or else they wouldn't be doing it. But it's such a head scratcher to me.
Yeah. So pretty much Cap Friendly's pretty much done, which is
Yep.
sucks to say. It's kind of crazy because I know people on their team actually has been like hired.
Oh,
The people on the team have been hired to like be working for NHL teams as cap compliancers. So it's tough to see them go. Like I said, there's other competitors out there. I know Puckpedia is probably one a lot of people are going to start using now. I saw that on Twitter.
mhm.
Maybe some other employees will bring it back, but we'll see. On other news though, Amazon's NHL docuseries got revealed for every single player.
Ooh.
So this is something we've been like kind of talking about, and a few episodes back we kind of said who would be great players to see. I got the whole list here. So McDavid, Draisaitl, Kachuk, Trouba, Pasternak, Swayman, Hughes, Eichel, Nylander, Forsberg, Landeskog.
Trouba.
And I guess I didn't ask what Hughes is it? Jack
sorry,
or Quinn?
Sorry, yeah, Quinn Hughes, and that's the one that we already knew from a couple leaks, a couple months back. So that is
Did we?
the one that we knew about.
Only Noah did.
Yeah,
So-
no, I
Yeah.
talked about it on the
I missed that
pod.
one.
Yeah.
So
No, you
Marchand's
didn't.
not on the list.
No, Marchand's not on the
No,
list.
Swayman and Pasta
It's Swayman
from
and
Boston.
Pasternak, yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know. I would have loved to see Marchand on that list.
I
but-
agree.
He's busy being a rat.
You'll see him a lot there too.
No, but I like Swayman
Yeah.
and Pasternak being on that
Mm-hmm.
list, though. If you're going to pick another two players from Boston, those
Those
two,
have to
hands
be
down.
two.
I mean, Swayman did such a good job. Pasternak's just man of the people.
Mhm.
So it'll be good to see.
There's a couple things I really like. So no matter what, we're gonna see a cup winner docuseries with McDavid, Draisaitl, Kachuk, and the one I'm most interested about is Landeskog, because this is the guy who hasn't played in 2 years now, ever since Colorado won the cup. And
He's got lots of time for interviews.
Mhm. Yeah, right. So I could definitely see this one being a lot more probably sad docuseries, probably a lot more behind the scenes of how he's developed because he's still traveling with the team and whatnot. He's the captain of the team after all. But seeing how he's going through his rehab, that stuff too. I'm sure we're gonna see it all. But I'm really surprised we're seeing Landeskog here. It's a name that I didn't
So
think I'd
this
be
is
seeing again.
this is an Amazon
This is
documentary.
an Amazon documentary.
So it'll be on
do you-
top, hey?
Yeah. So my question is, I know Amazon has ventured into live sports of a couple other sports.
Mhm.
Do you think they're trying to get their foot in the NHL market?
They already have.
They already have.
They got
Okay.
they got Monday Night Hockey.
Monday night. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
I did. No, fair enough. Because I saw
You can pay extra to watch the games on Amazon. I don't see the point in that.
Mhm.
Just get cable, but you know.
got paid for a
11.
deal,
Oh boy.
which is a huge deal. But yeah, I mean, if Amazon's already got their foot in the door for that, then I could definitely see them trying to push that, because the NHL's a growing sport, especially in the States right now. It's really growing popularity.
I agree.
So
What was it? A 2-year deal with that? Like kind of a
yeah,
try
I
me
don't
out
remember.
deal.
That sounds about right.
If it goes well, we'll extend. If not, we're out, kind of thing.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad I have
Perfect
Prime.
timing to drop a docu-series to promote your own Monday Night Hockey.
They did
That'll
the
be fun. Maybe
Someone
we
deserves the Rays
watch
over
it.
there.
Maybe we watch it and do a podcast about it. I think that would be cool.
Oh, I'd be so down for that. I remember the Toronto Maple Leafs one. Oh,
Monday Night Hockey in Canada.
I got out there.
Oh no.
Okay, well, I remember the Toronto Maple Leafs one they did a couple years back in 2020.
Yeah, the All or Nothing.
Yeah, the All or Nothing. That one was great. So if it's anything like that, I think it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
The All or Nothing documentary series for soccer are fantastic. So if the NHL is getting that kind of treatment, man, there's some good watching there.
I agree. Here's a fun one. The second round for naming the Utah hockey team has started.
Noah, you bastard.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, here's a fun one.
All right, there it is.
Here's a fun one. The second round of voting for Utah's hockey team has started, and it's down to 6 teams, 6 team names. The Utah Blizzard, the Utah Hockey Club or Utah HC, the Utah Mammoth, Utah Outlaws, Utah Venom, and the Utah Yeti.
Yeah,
Yeti.
it's gonna be Yeti. Because why are you going to do Blizzard when we have an Avalanche already? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a good point. That's a really good point.
Avalanche used to have the mammoth tusks as their logos. Like, get that shit out of here. Venom?
The first 3 were horrible.
That's
Spider-Man into the multiverse. What is going on here?
Yeah,
and
the fact that the hockey club made the final 6.
Well, that's just for if we can't figure it out, in time, kind of thing. But yeah, that's.
It's gonna be Yeti.
It's clearly.
It'll
I
be
think
the
it's gonna be
mascot
Yeti.
too.
What was the other shit one? The Outlaws.
Outlaws.
This is like a U6 team.
That one does not yell Utah.
Well, I mean, kind of, but not really.
Like maybe if that was like the Dallas Outlaws, but like Utah's not. Am I wrong? It's not like very Western.
I mean,
it's in the West.
By definition, it's pretty Western.
Yeah, maybe rural, but
I
don't know.
They're mountainous.
Why can't we bring in the Mormons? Why can't we? Come on, bring the Mormons in.
Yeah,
Utah Mormons.
Clearly, like
do they have internet? Do the Mormons get to see Twitter and not?
Yes, they do. I think they do.
That's
Amish.
They're not Amish.
No, the Amish people, the Hunterites don't get to see it around here. That's what I'm kind of trying to compare to.
We're learning, okay?
This is an education podcast.
Thank you, Utah hockey, for learning.
Yeah, Utah's teaching us something.
I didn't say they were bad people. I just said, do they get internet? I don't know.
That's the Amish.
I actually saw a video of Amish Uber driver. They were riding around in the horse and buggy. That was pretty cool. I'd like to, I'd like to be a part of that.
How does that work?
I don't know. Side hustles, man.
Oh my god.
Well, for the naming, there's over 500,000 people who voted last time, so people in Utah is making their votes.
Good,
that's a lot of votes.
Yeah, damn right.
And just like looking at comment sections and whatnot, it looks like Yeti's the fan favorite.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Again, I'm not.
Color scheme that they went with is Yeti color schemes. I mean,
yeah,
the light blue
works, right? Yeah. That's not a Yeti. Get your cup out of here. We're talking Yeti. We're getting a brand deal from you.
Totally. That is exactly their slogan.
Stay cool. Stay calm. Stay calm.
I mentioned that they could do a deal with Yeti. Yeah.
I'm sure they would. Yeti would be all over that if they were the official name. I know Yeti used to sponsor Austin FC, their MLS team, when they were first introduced in the league. And they were probably owned by Matthew McConaughey. And he's like, we're getting Yeti on board. It was like, okay, cool.
Sure, why not?
But yeah.
Okay, so as we know, Fanatics is taking over next season for the jerseys for the NHL. not a lot of people like it, but the Kings and the
Especially what they
Ducks.
did. Go ahead. Go
Sorry,
ahead,
the
go ahead.
Kings and the Ducks are going to reveal new uniforms with a new primary logo next season. So they're switching it up.
Well,
Logo.
new used allegedly.
New
no?
use. So what is like alleged right now is the Ducks are gonna go back to a modernized version of the Mighty Ducks logo in orange, black, and gold.
And I feel like that's the issue for me. No, is that color scheme just sucks?
Just
I
go
don't-
back
I
to
don't hate
the
it.
original.
It's
The
unique in
original like
NHL,
steel
I guess.
blue.
Okay.
That's what I think about it. But the Kings one,
I have a yeah. I have a quick
sure.
question. So if Fanatics is taking over, is it going to be like I have a Fanatics jersey
Mhm.
and then like a legit jersey? Are they all gonna turn into like the Fanatics jersey with like
don't
the
know. We don't know yet.
if they do that, that's gonna suck. They cannot do that.
I know for the
You ruined the MLB's jerseys already.
MLB ones are
Mm.
oof.
Mm-hmm. If they're anything like that, we're
It's-
in some trouble.
I agree.
Okay, well, let's get your Connor Brown jersey soon.
Yeah.
He's got to win a Stanley Cup first.
I'm pretty sure that they are using like the Adidas factory or whatever for the first couple of years.
Oh, thank goodness.
So
Oh, so it's gonna be horrible.
I don't know
No.
if it's going to be the same as like the Adidas jersey I have back there, but it is Fanatics. They don't have a good
They
reputation.
don't have a good track record. No,
No.
they don't.
No.
It's insane that they got that contract. They beat
Cheap.
out those massive companies that could take the NHL.
It's budget.
Wow,
Budget
reading $1
reasons.
billion underneath what everybody else is.
But
Child labor.
the Kings are
Yeah.
are going for a modernized version of the Gretzky era logo. So kind of the rectangular LA Kings logo that we saw in black and silver, with a new crown design inside.
I like
whatever
that.
means.
Yeah.
So I love
See,
those
that's a
jerseys.
W.
I like those jerseys.
The Ducks. No.
We'll see. I love the Mighty Duck jerseys, but depending how orange, I remember they tried it with the reverse retro, I want to say, and that jersey was kind of, it was all right, I guess. Oh, god damn it!
You're back.
But okay, they tried it out with a reverse retro a couple years back with the Mighty Ducks logo in just pure orange jerseys, which
Yeah,
those
garbage.
looked rough. Those were a little too bright. But we'll see how it goes. Speaking of the Ducks, though, the Ducks are listening to offers on John Gibson and Trevor Zegras.
I feel like they've been
I bet
listening to
they're
offers on
responsible.
Gibson for the last 10 years.
Okay, yeah, that's so true. Like, Gibson's always
We're
been
open
on
to
the
keeping
hook.
him around. Like, no kidding. They keep on giving him contracts.
True.
But,
The Zegras is a big one though.
yeah, and also not terribly surprising.
Yeah,
Like,
he had a down
he
year.
makes a lot of bad media
Yeah,
around there.
sure.
So, I don't know.
There's a lot of teams that could use a stud like him though. Absolute
Mhm.
skill
Yep.
out the roof. And center too.
High price to pay to get him.
Yeah, I imagine so. I could see that. I mean, I could see Montreal making an offer. but
Mhm.
I think I saw
Montreal
that.
did.
And I think the Ducks were asking for David Reinbacher or Caden Gooley in return, which
Oh,
that's a
I mean, I guess, but that's
wouldn't do
that's
that.
a steep price.
I would not want to do that.
No.
We can. Here's an interesting one I saw the other day. Igor Shesterkin. He's moving into his last year on his contract, so he's going to be looking for an extension. And
Let's grab them.
this guy is about to make so much money.
Yeah.
I don't know where to even like think of how much money he's going to get.
I think they said he wants to start looking around like 12, 13 million AAV.
You have to.
That is so much more money than any other goalie's ever made ever.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would do the
and-
same thing if I was him, though. He played great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who can we give away? Who can we throw under the bus for him?
I know.
Please, we need him.
Dry saddle.
I don't know. Whoa.
Whoa.
I
Whoa,
don't
you would
want
give up
that to
Drysdale
happen,
for
but like, it
Shesterkin?
would have
For
to
a
be
goalie?
him.
Whoa.
I mean, you
I know.
wanted to afford him.
I would fight with. Snooze took you to the finals.
I know.
Oh
I know.
no! You don't give up Draisaitl. No.
I don't know.
I'm not saying I want that
wouldn't.
to happen, but that is our
Okay.
only choice if we do, you know? But God forbid, no, we won't not.
Okay.
There was someone screaming for a second, like, what is happening?
Oh, Wolf attack.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Oh boy. Oh.
Okay, he's back.
Ish.
So last night, the guy I was watching the hockey game with, he's a Calgary Flames fan, and McDavid took a shot, it got deflected, went wide, and I went, this guy, he's done. Get rid of McDavid. We'll send him to Calgary. We'll get Wolf back, and that'll be our trade. Just McDavid for Wolf. And he looks at me, he goes, "Yeah, you got a deal. We're taking that deal right now. Thank you so much." Okay, there we go. Yeah, we need a goalie.
But I do agree with you, Brendan. I think he's gonna make that much money. Like, he has to. I think.
Why not?
What was this? What I was seeing is compared to Carey Price and Bobrovsky, and how
just like setting new standards for the goaltender.
Those contracts were signed maybe 6 years ago now, something like that, 5-6 years ago, and the cap has gone up 12% since then. Like, it's going to be up there. And just like who's arguably the best goalie in the league now.
Well, and the big thing was like, how can you pay a goalie that much when Bobrovsky got signed? And I mean, I think there's still an element to that, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you want to sit between that $8 to $10 million mark for your tandem, right? You don't want to spend much more than that. To spend more than that on one guy, I mean, if there's a guy, it's probably Shesterkin, right? Mm-hmm. But who's going to be willing to pay that much? Like, do you see a glaring spot that he can go?
No.
That has the cap room, and
no one can afford him.
No,
unless
that's going to be the next issue, right?
You said you think
that's what I saw. Oh, if he signs for that, like, that's going to be negotiating, right?
If he goes 12 to 13, your top goal scorer is going to want more than your starting goalie.
100%.
So that ruins that team's cap space. I mean, we just saw that the highest paid is around that 13 mark. I mean, you're not going to have a 50 to 60 goal scorer go, you know what? Yeah, the goalie can make more than me. No, that's not how sports work. I'm sorry. Mm-mm. You get paid to put the puck or the ball in the back of the nets. Keeping it out, hugely important, but it just doesn't get paid the same.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. And yeah, like, I don't really see any team that, I mean, he would want to go to. If you want to go to a Chicago or wait for the Sharks to get good, like, maybe. But to go to a team with a chance and have $13 million just kicking around to give to a goalie, it's going to be a little easier said than done in my thoughts, right?
Don't laugh if Draisaitl says he doesn't want to re-sign.
Because of Kylee bets.
Yeah. No shit.
But there is your space. If he goes, yeah, you know what, I'm not signing on an extension. There's your cap space.
You wouldn't even have.
Am I so wrong to be like?
What do you do with Soup's contract?
Bye.
Set it on fire. Set it down the road, Saskatchewan. I don't know. Give it to some guy at Fort Road Hotel. There's a list of things I would do.
It's probably going to be a buyout. If I have,
you think so?
If I would have to think, it's a buyout this summer.
Yeah,
this summer.
You can't keep a hold of him. There's no point paying that guy what he is down in in Bakersfield. There's no point to that.
No, I 100% agree. It's just like now you're going to be in another James Neal deal where you're paying someone 10 years to just not play on your team. DiPietro, right? Like,
and it will never be him.
Come on, just get off the books, man.
Don't worry. Daryl Cade's moved up the list of Forbes top 100 billionaires.
Really?
He's doing okay. He moved up. He's doing good for himself.
Yeah.
His hockey team going to the Stanley Cup Finals is good for his bank account.
And pharmaceuticals always works out all right.
Yeah.
Legalized drug dealers. Rock on.
This one's hilarious. So the NHL Combine started in Buffalo this week. So all the prospects for this upcoming draft is doing the most insane workouts I've ever seen. But so their agents are there and they're asking players questions and whatnot. So apparently Utah asked players what their Uber rating was.
Which
is-
that's smart.
Which is I've
That's
actually
so
is.
and
smart.
people are like insiders, everything. They have never heard anything like that before.
Genius.
It is. Are you an asshole when
Yeah.
it's just you in a car? Yeah, no, I completely I can
I
get
love
the
it.
motive behind it.
It's hilarious.
Completely.
That's like the definition of knowing who somebody is when nobody else is watching.
Mhm.
Oh. Yeah, you're a 2.3 guy. Get out of here.
Ooh.
We don't
How do
want
you treat the guy who's below you? You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's just my driver. Well, how do you treat him? You know how? Yeah, that's a great
I love it.
strategy.
Great
I like
way
that.
to avoid scandals. Like, I don't know. I like that.
It's weird.
Yeah, we don't have a Patty Kane situation. You know who I am.
Whoa, Patty Kane, or what happened in Ottawa a couple years ago? The
Oh, we're shit talking the
yeah,
coach. Yeah,
Uber.
can't do that.
Chris Weidman. But yeah,
No,
I love it.
That's a fair. Speaking of that combine, so theoretically, so if you're going into there and you kind of know you're going, let's say top 10,
Mhm.
top 15, do you really give a shit about that combine?
I think you do.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, like, you gotta think how much ego is involved with that, right? Like,
Okay,
do you want to be 15 or do you want to jump to 8?
that's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
Like,
yeah.
there's 7 picks in between there where you're like, no, I'm the better guy.
I guess it'd be more if you're top 3, maybe. You're like, whatever. Connor
Still, if I'm not going
Connor McDavid
one,
didn't care.
I don't know. I think at that point you're so good. You've been told you're so good. You've been the best player on every team you've ever played on,
Mm.
and now you're telling me I'm the 10th best, 12th, 15th. Like, no, I'm gonna show you. You know, like Shane Wright when he slid, and looks over at Montreal and like, you're gonna regret
Yeah.
this. Like,
Yeah.
what a cocky, shitty move by some 18-year-old kid. But like, I think that's most of these guys' mindsets. You can't be good if you think, I'll settle for 15th, right? Like, I think these are some pretty giant egos you'd be
Yeah.
dealing with for, children, young adults, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
But we have seen like people before who like go in there and like struggle to do a pull up or don't even try on that.
Sam Bennett, not to call anybody out by name.
Sam Bennett. So yeah, I don't know. It's again, it's all ego thing. But it's also like all the scouts are there. Every team is there. Everybody's watching you. So it's you're on a big stage.
That'd be so intimidating.
Oh my god, the bike.
Yeah.
That one's the worst one. I think I saw a
100%.
video of like Celebrini doing it, and he's going first overall no matter what, and he's still giving 110%. This could be the last one here. NHL are talking about moving the NHL draft to 4 rounds, which me and Brendan were talking about this before.
Yeah.
and-
Originally, I didn't understand that at all, but
Mhm.
you made a very solid point that makes a ton of sense.
yeah. So
If you want to share, I'm not going to try and steal your show.
So it's pretty much the agents. The players' agents they don't like the situation how late players get drafted and they're kind of stuck with that team, and they're probably not even going to get a contract anyways. So in the 3-4 years where you're stuck with that team and you can't really go anywhere else in the NHL, they kind of want to get rid of that for late round players and move it up to a 4-round draft, which I'm not a big fan of. I think having multiple rounds is good to have. Extremely, like, think about how many like picks have been great players in 7 from 6 rounds, right? But I get it on the agent standpoint, but
Yeah, like
I-
the PA proposed
Yeah.
it. It makes total sense when you put it like this from the PA's perspective, but I don't know why the owners would ever be like, yeah, this is a great idea. We'll give you this for nothing, right?
Mhm.
Like, the PA is going to have to give up A, B, C, or D in order for this to go through. And, where's that way on that scale, right?
Mhm.
Do we really give a shit about the 90 picks in rounds 5, 6, 7?
yeah, I totally see that. Well, that's pretty much all I have written down here. I'm not sure if you guys have anything else to bring up.
I had a traumatic experience today.
Yeah. Let's get a little personal here.
I found a gray hair in my beard.
Oh boy.
Oh, the beard ones don't count.
Yeah, but I've had a birthday. I'm older now. I've got about seconds left to live, I believe, actually, at this point. I might just- But yeah, that was my traumatic experience of the day. Yeah, just everyone can feel a part of the trauma I'm suffering through.
Oh, you know what? I might as well get a little brag while you put yourself down there.
Pop off, Queen.
Suck it, nerd.
I've got no internet, but I can brag.
No. Not a big deal or anything, but your guy got the job with the NHL for Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final.
Give us a rundown of what you're doing.
Oh, what I'm gonna do? You ain't ready. I'm a television assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that does what?
I am pretty much their bitch.
You're like the intern, like you get their coffee, wrap the cords, but hey,
I don't really get the coffee.
A job is a job.
True.
You can put on your resume that you worked for the NHL.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
That is huge. Yeah.
Not a big deal or anything. Yeah. So it's only Game 3 right now, but I think that might change. I don't know. They're probably just gonna see how I am.
If you don't
yeah, exactly right.
Well, in Tops, you only got 3 games, so I mean, you can't mess up that bad, can you?
I mean,
yeah, just don't pull the cable out and cut off the feed, right? Like,
don't throw anything at Connor McDavid, okay? Don't. Wasn't that one intern who was it MLB, the pitcher's wife or something, was in a box, and there was an intern security guard, and they kicked her out of the box. They, you're not allowed to come in here.
Really?
And I forget the specifics. There was a whole story. So yeah, don't kick anybody out. Okay. Don't punch anybody. Don't do anything like that.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see some big time guys there. So maybe a little Elliot Friedman I'd find. Yeah,
could you imagine just casually bumping into Chris Simpson and hey, like rubbing elbows with these guys?
Noah might have a heart attack. We might not see him again after Game 3.
Hey, you should listen to him.
He had a heart attack.
Give him the follow.
Around the ring.
I've died of.
No, but I think I'm so far so good. I don't think I have anything that's
Kylie Ben's gonna die of a 1:30 donair. She's gonna choke on that and die.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's gonna happen.
No,
1:30 in the morning.
I have stress these next couple days. Oh my god. I hope I make it to June 24th is all I'm gonna say. But follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, Around the Rinks. That's all you need to type in, it'll pop up. It's helmet and the icon, and YouTube. I mean, if you're here, you're watching it, but subscribe.
We will be doing some interviews for Game 2 live in the Moss Pit, hopefully, if we can get there in time. Because did anyone see the video of the lineup yesterday?
Yeah. Oh my god, I saw him run down.
Shorzy guy. Yeah, so that guy that run
2 hours before the game.
Yeah. What? So he ended up coming because he couldn't get in. He tried to get in line, they wouldn't let him in. He ended up coming to the bar that we were watching it at, and we were hanging out with him. He got very intoxicated, I gotta say. He tried to do He tried to do an interview. Then he looked with me. He goes, "Oh, my mic wasn't on," and he just turns and walks away. I was like, "Okay, bye." It was a mess, but yeah.
So 3:30, 3 o'clock.
We're getting down there as early as possible. I'll bring a deck chair and hang out. I don't give a shit. I'll pay $1,000 for a beer inside, and we're gonna have a great time. Okay, everybody, Around the Rinks on Twitter and Instagram, hopefully for some interviews and on the ground content.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you guys after Game 2 probably with a little recap there, and we'll see you guys then.
Yeah.
Peace.
Goodbye. That has been another episode of Around the Rinks, your go-to hockey podcast. We'll see you next time.